I'm Anthony Elmore, President and Founder of the proud Black Buddhist World Association. We at the proud Black Buddhist World Association are not only the Black Buddhist voice in America, we are the Black Buddhist voice in the world. And we have another one of our exciting Black Buddhist lectures for you today. Now please understand that we at the proud Black Buddhist World Association present to you Black Buddhist lectures. We are like a black radio station. It means that we are cultural, not racial. So when we speak in the dialect of our black culture. Now, there's a lot that's going on here. You see, there's culture, there's history, and there's language. My lecture today is The Birth of White Supremacy and Racism Comes from the Bible and Brahmanism. Most white people historically got their understanding of world history from the Bible. Now let's tie this into Buddhism so you can kind of get an understanding. You see, the biblical character Noel had an important role in the way Europeans or white people saw themselves. You see, Noel was said to have three sons. There was Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Now, Ham was cursed by his father, Noel, when he saw his father's nakedness. Now, Ham's children were cursed to be slaves. Now, 19th century Europeans assumed that black Africans was Hamites, or descendants of the accursed Ham, destined to be an inferior race of slaves. Now, the descendants of Shem became the Semites or Shemites, now, who included Jews. Now, the Jews were hated in Europe who spoke Semitic languages of the Bible, but they hated the Jews because the Jews were Semite and the Jews had black ancestry. Now, that left white Europeans as descendants of Japheth. Now, it had been assumed that European languages had somehow descended from biblical languages. You see, anti-Semitism in Europe demanded that the people of Europe were the race favored by God as the leading race of people. You see, before the Germans even kicked out or oppressed the Jews, the French had already done it, and other European countries had already persecuted the Jews way before the Germans did it. Now, white or European people had to come up with a way to show white superiority, and they did not want to be attached to the Semites or to black people. Now, the white answer to white supremacy was Sanskritization. See, all white people had to do is rewrite history and show white supremacy via linguistics. White people use the concept of Sanskrit to prove white superiority. You see, Sanskritization was a way to reproduce a new word of Sanskrit from existing words. In this way, the Brahmins created a new language by the method of Sanskritization. You see, this is what they did. You see, Sanskrit is not a new language per se. What they did, or what Panini, who is the father of Sanskrit, what he did was took the black language of Pali, or Sanskrit, and he took the words and he changed the meaning of the words to come with a Sanskrit definition. That's how they created Sanskrit. Now, do not take my word for it. White people call Sanskrit the mother of all languages. And if you let them tell it, All languages derived from Sanskrit. Sanskrit is the basis of white racism, or rather white superiority. You see, whites and Asians call Sanskrit sacred. See, what the white people did was white races got together and they embraced Sanskrit because, number one, they didn't want to endorse nothing or embrace something that was related to the Jews or the Semites. So they saw this story, or they learned this story in India about a group of people called Aryans. And this false sense of Aryan, or this history of the Aryans, gave the white people a new meaning. See, they came into India and they saw the system where white was at the top and black was at the bottom, and the Brahmins that was in control. See, it was the Brahmins that led the whites to know or to believe that there was a race that came from Europe that were called the Aryans. See, what they did was, it was the Sanskrit language that misled the white races, or how they used it. You see, it was Max Muller. Max Muller was born in Germany, but he lived in England, and he translated the Rig Veda. The Rig Veda was the so-called ancient teachings of the Aryans. And so through the Rig Veda and the translation of the Rig Veda, now Max Muller never went to India, but he learned Sanskrit and he translated the language of Sanskrit, and from that time, white people began to get an orgasm. Now, there you got it. We in this lecture have shown you how the birth of racism and white supremacy comes from the Bible and Brahmanism. This is Anthony F. Elmore, President and Founder of the Proud Black Buddhist World Association, bringing you another exciting Black Buddhist lecture. Thank you very much.
Now your ringate go, it's the way in which your karma go. Now your ringate go, it's the way in which your karma go. Now your ringate go, it's the way in which your karma go. Now your ringate go, it's the way in which your karma go. Now your ringate go, it's the way. I found myself a brand new mission to help others make a big decision. Ring to you as no religion. It's not the religion that you expect. It's only what the law of cause and effect. Vultures in the middle of the call of it teaching. We do a line of wisdom preaching. No more life with any drama. We change the words and change our karma. We bring to you the new Buddha way. We bring to you the new way to pray.